everybody. Wednesday morning. Man, it is blistering cold. It's about 10 degrees. Weatherman said it's supposed to get up to about 40 today, but I don't see it. He also said it was going to be sunny, and I see a lot of clouds moving in. We have a light breeze today, about 5 miles an hour or so. This afternoon it's supposed to get up to about 25 mile per hour gusts. And there goes the sun. For this afternoon it's supposed to get about 25 mile per hour wind gusts. Then it's supposed to turn off and get real cold again. And they're saying tomorrow we're going to have 55 mile per hour wind gusts. If we're going to have 55 mile per hour wind gusts, we probably ain't going to hunt up here on the mountain. Had some bad luck yesterday. Missed 2 bucks. Found that my scope was way off. Sticking it in and out of the case had turned my top turret. To where my gun was shooting really high. But we have that fixed. Hopefully the good Lord sees fit to give me another opportunity today. So y'all hang with us. I'm going to get back to hunting. I'll check back in here in a little while. Good morning, everybody. It's December the 4th. It is Wednesday. It started out real good morning. I don't know if you can see back there or not, but we got blue skies, some partial clouds, but coming from the west, it's dark. There's supposed to be some bad wind gusts tomorrow, close to 50 miles per hour, so we don't know if we're going to get to hunt. But we think there was a front moving in. This morning it was 10 degrees, and the weatherman was calling for mostly south, cloudy skies to partly cloudy, then cloudy. This afternoon the wind is supposed to be picking up 15-20 miles per hour. I think that's what it was. Could have been 10 to 15 miles per hour, 20-25 mile per hour gusts. But we got up here. I had to take my time. This mountain is whooping me. And it wouldn't be that bad if the trail was cleared, I don't think. But lugging a backpack with extra clothes in it, camera gear, tripod, carrying a rifle, that's a lot for, and I hate to throw the age out there. Somebody's about ready to turn 64 years old. But I do it because I love this mountain and I love to hunt up here. I've hunted different places up here, but this is always my go-to spot. But I'm going to get quiet here, concentrate. We got to leave about 3 again today. We need to go get 2 more tanks of propane filled. We need to get gas for the generator. We haven't got gas for the generator since Monday, I think, or Sunday. Might have been Sunday. I can't remember. Sunday. So we got to get gas for that because, like I said, we're here till Saturday morning. That's when we'll pull out. So y'all just stay with us. See what happens. Hopefully them deer are moving before this real bad front comes through. Well, they said it was supposed to get up in the 40s. I don't think it's going to get there. Like I told you, it was 10 degrees this morning when we pulled in. It's now 11 o'clock. And haven't seen nothing. Heard a few little birds. Saw a crow fly over. No squirrels. And that's what's strange. 3 days up here and not see a squirrel. Supposed to get up this afternoon. 45 mile per hour wind gust. I got right here for whatever reason. It comes and goes. I might get 1 bar LTE. And I had an email from the National Weather Service from back home, Fayette County. And they were talking, I can't remember exactly what the regular winds would be, but gusting up to 45 miles per hour. They issued a winter wind advisory. And we've had a few little gusts here, but nothing much. It is breezy. I done put on my tidal heated vest underneath this orange hoodie. I may have to bring out the gooseneck jacket, put it on. At least it'll break the wind from cutting through anything. We did get Jerod's gun 0 checked, and he was shooting too high. And then when I reported back yesterday, he said he got it set, and I thought maybe he might have bore sighted it. But he set it back to the numbers that he had a photo of when he had it set. But there's 2 things you have to look at. You have to look at there's some horizontal markers along with the vertical markers. His was like 2.5 on the vertical. I don't know what it was on the horizontal markers. So when we got down the truck, set a box up about 50 yards, and he shot, and he was shooting low. So we got another place and set the box up where you get a good steady rest across some down trees. And he fired a few shots. He finally got it back to zero. He took another photo, making sure he got the horizontal markings, because the vertical marks come down to some horizontal marks, and you got to make sure, like this might be 2, 4, 6, then over here there's some more horizontal that's the odd numbers. So this marking, if it was 2.5, had to be right here on the 4 to be zeroed. So he got it zeroed, and I went ahead and checked mine, and mine was fine. And went on down to camp. Fixed some pork chops with the seasoning that Louise had made me that I still have from, I think, 2 years ago. And of course that seasoning, as long as it stays dry, it's good. And man, those pork chops were good last night. We had them and applesauce and Bush's baked beans. And that was real good dinner last night. I think tonight I'm going to try to fix some gumbo. After we get back from our errands, we got to run. We've got 2 new trail cameras we're testing. We're going to pull them before we leave here this evening, and may set them up across from camp up on the other side, because we're talking about the winds are supposed to be 50-mile-per-hour gusts tomorrow. So we're thinking about hunting close to camp in the bottoms. So set them trail cameras in there maybe this evening if we got enough light, and see if they pick up anything over there. That's about all I got to report at 11 o'clock. Not seeing anything. That front's starting to move through, so maybe them deer ain't moving. Maybe they moved last night. They were moving yesterday. So y'all just stick with us. Well, it's 12 o'clock. And you can see I'm bundled up. I'm actually standing behind my tree where my seat's at. I've got, not counting the hunting vest, which is thin, I've got this goose down jacket. I've got my hoodie on. I got the Tideway heated vest on and on. I've got heavy layer of Under Armour fleece lined on. Then I got the base layer on. In between that and the base layer, I got a pair of Mossy Oak thermals on. And then I've got my Scentlock pants, which are somewhat insulated. They're fleece. But it's cold. Like I said, it's been years that it's been this cold. And what's so strange, when I did get a little bit of signal, I was checking YouTube comments, and I'd seen where my good buddy Scrub Buster Steve posted a short showing the farm, just a complete blanket of white. Back home, they got snow, I think 1 inch, 2 inches, maybe more, maybe 3. Up here, nothing. no snow. We had some snow showers, some snow flurries, but the ground never got white. But it has been bitterly cold. And when you're out here and you sit, what's called stand hunting, you tend to get cold quickly. Now, if I was doing still hunting, which everybody who hunts knows, especially the old timers, you walk 10, 15 minutes and you stop somewhere and you may stay there a half hour up against a tree or something, maybe an hour. And you get up and you walk another 15, 20 minutes, find a spot, and you just do that. You cover a lot of terrain. I've never been much into that. I've done it, but up here it's kind of hard to do it because there's all these deep hollows, just these little finger ridges. And some of these finger ridges, since they come off the mountain behind me, which is the State Line Mountain, on the other side of that mountain behind me, which I don't think you can see through those pines. But on the other side of that mountain is Virginia. So to do this, you got a lot of up and down, and I'm talking about steep stuff. So, but if Jerod's scope hadn't been off, we'd have had one in the books for sure. And he didn't. He thought it might have been off. We should have checked it Sunday. Should have checked it. Just the aggravation with the camper. It threw everything off. What could go wrong went wrong. We were going to bring blinds up here Saturday. We were going to check cameras. We were going to put out cameras. And then Sunday was going to be a day of relaxation before we started to hunt Monday. We never got no relaxation. It was constant something going on. We had to go get his 2 propane tanks filled on Saturday, and then gas for the generator. We've had to make trips Sunday. We got gas for the generator on Friday. Sunday we had to go back and get gas for the generator. We got 2 5-gallon cans, but we're having to run the generator more. We're having to turn it on as soon as we get back to camp because the solar panel is not keeping his 12-volt battery up. And of course, yesterday and day before yesterday was only 2 days we really had some sun. But we're down at the bottom of the mountain here, and it don't get good direct sunlight. But as cold as it is, his furnace is wanting to run more and longer to get it the temperature. We cut the temperature back, I think it was yesterday, we cut it back to 40 degrees. And today we only cut it back to 50. But, because we thought it was supposed to get up in the 40s, maybe low 40s, but I'd say it's probably in the 20s. Like I said, it was 10 this morning, and I bet it's not much into the 20s, if it is that. So, just wanted to report. I know you probably get tired of seeing reports, but when there's nothing going on, best time to shoot a video. So, get back to hunting, sit here and watch. Down out in front of me and over here to the left, I got a thicket over here. Y'all have seen it. Maybe they'll move. Time for some lunch. The jerky's even cold. We've had an exciting past couple hours. The video camera went dead. I couldn't get to my cell phone. It's over here, my spot's over there. I had 3 does come off the ridge back here to my right. They were the 3 does that yesterday pretty sure the buck that I shot at had been following them. They went past me and went into the holler here behind me. And about half hour later, 2 of them came running out just as fast as they could go, went up over the other little knoll over there. And they ran down into this bottom. 3 went in, 2 came out. Don't know where the 3rd one is. I'd say there was probably a buck down there, ran her in a different direction. But everything's gone quiet now. I know it didn't get into the 40s. It's about 20 to 1. And it feels just as cold now as it did this morning when we first got in here. I apologize for not being able to get any of the action on camera. Like I said, my main camera right there is cold. Just zapped the battery on it. Haven't heard anything from Dad. Don't know if he's seen anything or not. I'll probably check in with him about 2. It's cold. I've even got my heated vest on, and I've had it running. I'd say the battery's probably about dead in it. Because I've had it on high the whole time, and I'm still cold. I tell you, the thing that gets me the most are my feet. I've tried muck boots. I've tried Rocky boots. I've tried rubber boots, leather boots. I've tried thick wool socks. I've tried thin socks. I've tried double layer socks. My feet freeze. Just be glad that you're in your nice warm house with your hot cup of coffee and not right here where I am right now. It's so stinking cold up here, it hurts.
I'm gonna get back to hunting. I'll check back in here in a little bit. The only way I'll be able to get action's with my cell phone. And I don't really have anywhere over there to put the cell phone mount. I'll do my best. Y'all stay tuned.
Well, I just talked to Jerod a little bit ago. He asked me if I'd seen anything, and I told him no, I hadn't seen nothing. And I asked him if he'd seen anything, and he said he's seen 5. And I said, say what? And he said he saw 3 does that came from, I don't even see if I can get you in the camera, they came from over that way. That's the flat where we got the other 2 cameras mounted. And he said to come up the hill of the holler, crossed out in front of him. And then he said, about 30 minutes ago, from back behind me, the little knoll I was sitting on between the 2 saddles when I killed my 6-point back in 2017. And thought I heard something. This wind blowing makes you think you hear something. But he said about 30 minutes ago, 2 does come running up from back this way, up on top of the knoll, just between the 2 saddles before you get to him. And I think he said they ran down in this hollow. And I kept waiting to see if anything would show up behind. And nothing showed up. So he's seen 5 does today. So that means the deer are moving. They just ain't moving out here in front of me. Well, we still have about another hour and a half to, we'll try to stretch as long as we can before we have to go over there and get those 2 cameras. And like I said, we've got to go to town, get 2 propane tanks filled, because as cold as it's been, the heater's using more propane. We're only cooking twice a day. And so we're not using much propane when we cook. But the furnace is using a lot. So we gotta go get 2 propane tanks filled. Get one of the 5-gallon gas cans filled. And while we're down there, might as well do it. And then we'll be set till Saturday, I hope. So I'll report back if there's anything else to let you know about. Well, it's about 1 o'clock. I went down, checked my trail camera. 7 videos, all of me checking it. Because we was trying to see if they were moving at night or whatever. Maybe there'd be something in front of it. But it's just 7 videos of me, so I deleted that off the card. And I reoriented my camera to actually look out the point. The pictures I had, and we checked them Sunday, I had a few deer because I had it aimed into the thicket. So Jerod kind of suggested turn your camera where it's looking out the point catching the deer coming up over the point, maybe going into the thicket or coming out of the thicket, going across the point. So that's what I did. So we'll come back in the spring and check it, see what shows up. Other than that, I'm nice and warm now. My camera down there did say, since it's got a built-in thermometer sensor, said it was 25 degrees. I can believe it. Sure didn't get up close to 40. So, just thought I'd give you a little report. I know that's about all I've been given, but this is true hunting. Sometimes you sit in here all day and you won't see a thing. Sometimes you sit in here an hour and you got 2 bucks come through. And it was more than an hour. I think Jerod had been there a couple hours, maybe 3. But you just never know when it's going to happen. So now that I'm nice and warm, I'll get over here and sit down and see if something happens. And we'll probably pull out here about 2, go check those other cameras that we're testing and reviewing, and pull them, because we want to get out of here. We want to be back at the truck at least by 4:30. And we got to walk from here all the way out the old Auburn Road, and there's a split that goes down, I don't know, 500, 600 yards out of flat. Check, that's my camera. I'll pull it. Jerod's got to go on out another couple hundred yards and go down a hollow to where his camera's at. So by the time we pull those and head out, we'll probably get to the truck about 4:30. So just stay with us. If something exciting happens, you'll see it. Hopefully while it's going on. If not, you'll see it after.
Just had a spike go through. I think he was running from this bear. Winded me. That was cool. just had a spike come through. He went up where I shot that 6-point last year. Sounded like he crossed over and went in that holler. And right behind him was a big old black bear. It's 20 after 1. I talked to Dad. He hasn't seen anything. So far I've seen 5 does. And when I got off the radio with him, I had a spike or a 3-point run across the holler there and up the other side. I thought it might go to him, but I think it went down in the holler behind him. Then I had a black bear, which I did get video of, a little bit, coming down the hillside. The game is moving, all of it, not just the deer. Everything's moving right now. I've never seen this much movement up here. It's exciting. Y'all stick with us.
I have the camera mounted behind my tree. I'm standing up behind it where I sat. Just thought I'd show you the back view. What mountain you're seeing way over there. I don't know if I can zoom in or not. That mountain over there is called Little Allegheny Mountain. That's a little finger ridge, a little slope behind me. Goes the ridge, you go up there and it just drops straight down into a holler. That was the hillside that my 6-point in 2017 come down. I don't know if he was bedded on it or what. Jerod was sitting here right where I'm at right now, and it was on the other side of the hill, about a quarter of the way down. Whenever it got up and I shot. And that mountain, see if I can find a good spot. I don't know if you can see that mountain over there or not. But that mountain range right there, that's the state line. That's Virginia on the other side of that mountain over there. It's hard to see through those pines. But I thought I'd give you a little glimpse of what's behind me. I mean, it could be anything down that holler and I'd never know it. Now the thing is, that holler comes up and you get over through there. And that's where that saddle is. And it goes, that holler comes up, makes a saddle, goes into the big holler here to my left. And then it goes up a little knoll, and there's another saddle. And Jerod's on the other side of that saddle. He's already told me he's seen, let's see, it was a spike buck. After he's seen them 5, he's seen a spike buck come through. And then a little bit later, a black bear. So he's been seeing stuff. I just haven't seen anything. And you can hear that wind. I don't know if you can see them treetops or not. But this is a beautiful area to hunt.
Well, it's about almost 2:30. Me and Dad's going to go pull the 2 cameras we had to test. We're going to go pull them. We'll check those pictures when we get back down to camp. We might have hunted a little longer today. There was a lot of action and stuff this morning, some this afternoon, but the winds picked up. It never did get up to 40 degrees. Our cameras, the temperatures on them, if they're right, saying it's in the 20s, and the winds have picked up now with the 25 mile per hour wind gusts or 30 mile per hour wind gusts, whatever they are. But we've got to get gas for the generator, and we're going to have to get another propane tank filled, and I was trying to think, there was some other stuff we needed to do. But all in all, I had a good day. The Lord blessed me with getting to see, what was it, 5 does, a spike or 3-point, I'm not exactly sure. He was legal, but like he said, he was a good ways over across the holler here, and a lot was going on at that time. There was him. I heard something else behind him. I looked behind him. Took me a little while to find it, and realized it was the bear. By that point, he had already made it almost up to the top. There was no clear shot at him, and I thought, well, he might go out there towards Dad, but apparently he didn't. Dad didn't see anything. I did see the bear again. The bear worked his way right up to me. He was within 20-25 yards of me. Got some pretty cool video of that. Like I said, I've never seen that much movement in one single sit on this mountain. So the Lord did bless me with that. The Lord blessed me with a good buck yesterday, but I dropped the ball, and I didn't do what I needed to do, and I knew I needed to shoot that gun, and it slipped my mind with all the issues that we were having with the camper. The next 2 days, we probably won't hunt up here. The winds are supposed to be so bad that I think we're going to hunt down in the bottoms. That really sucks too, because yesterday I seen 2 bucks. Today I seen 5 does, a buck, and a bear. But a lot of times when the wind's that bad, 55 mile per hour gusts, nothing moves up here when the wind's that bad most of the time anyway. But the main reason we're not coming up here is if you were ever to actually walk this with us and come up through here and you've seen all the stuff that's down, this mountain's recycling itself, it looks like. So when the winds are bad, it's best just to stay away from it. So, that being said, this is the end of my Wednesday hunt. I had a really good experience today. I wish I could have gotten the deer on video, but like I said, my camera died, and my cell phone was hanging in this tree. It was hanging right here. And when most of the action happened, I was over here. So that little tree's over there. I couldn't get to it to video, but like I said, I did get a couple videos of the bear. So we'll see you tomorrow morning. Stick with us.
Okay, folks. It's 2:30. Jerod just radioed. He wanted to know if we want to go check those other cameras or pull them. That's what we're doing. We're pulling them. So I told him, yeah, let me get my gear together. So go put the camera up and everything. It's just great being out here in the woods, even though I haven't seen nothing. I've got a little cold, but then I got warm with the extra clothing I brought. Jerod, he's the one that's seen activity. He's seen 5 does, then he's seen a spike, and then he's seen a bear. So he's seen some stuff, just nothing he could shoot. After yesterday, and his gun being off, he was really disgusted. He was downhearted and everything. And he blowed his chance. And knowing that we should have checked that gun earlier before coming up on the mountain, but he thought he had to set right back to the same spot that he took a picture of when we got the thing set. Undoubtedly, he was on the right marks, but in the wrong. You've got an up and you got a down direction on those turrets. And I think he was supposed to be on the up, and he actually put it on the down, which I think was bringing the crosshairs down to where your bullet impact would be. So what he ended up doing was overshooting. So with that, I'm just going to say appreciate you watching. Hopefully there'll be some more video here. I don't know. If not, as we always say, see you in the woods.